Hey guys, Travis Gillespie here. In the last video, we looked at dependency relationships, and we're going to take it one step further. I just needed to make a little bit more room there. We're going to take this information and learn how to graph using dependent and independent variables. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create our graph. Cool, so this graph will need some arrows here. Put some on the other side as well. Okay, now these lines have special names, but before we put them down and move forward, let's just pretend that this graph is a coordinate plane. This has arrows on it as well, and this does too. Okay, so on our coordinate planes, we always have an x-axis and a y-axis. And we're going to have an x-axis and a y-axis on our graph too. So I'm just going to say, hey, we have our y-axis here. Remember, y is to the sky. So one way that you can try to remember the x-axis is think of it as x to the left, but I'm going to put x-axis over here to the side here. And when creating graphs, the x-axis, it's always your independent variable. I'm going to write independent here, which means that your y-axis has got to be the dependent variable. Another way to think about this is, and let's erase that last letter there and go back down to the x-axis. And a good way to think about the x-axis or the independent variable, well, this stuff on the graph is your input information, things that you're going to put into the graph. And your y-axis or your dependent variable, that's your output. That's the stuff that is spit out based on your input. Cool. So the neat thing here is that we're not actually even going to use the coordinate plane. So this information, in fact, I don't want to scribble it out. Let's just go ahead and erase it. It just helped us to set up our x and y axes, but we're not even going to use them here. Okay, so that looks to be good here, and we're not finished yet with our x and y-axes. I've got to label them, so I know that these, whatever values I put in here, or whatever data I put in here, well, it's the independent variable, and that variable is the days since your last haircut. So for now, I'm just going to put days down, and let's go ahead and put some values into this graph. So we have 0 on the corner, and then 1, 2, we'll put 3, 4, and 5. And 6, 7, 8, and so on until you get your next haircut. And now let's go ahead and label our y-axis, the dependent variable, hair length. And I'm going to actually put some units in here. In parentheses, I'll put cm for this is the length in centimeters. So maybe at the start I'll put 1 centimeter, followed by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again 8. Okay, from here we're going to enter our data into the graph. But we haven't actually collected any data, we're just pretending. But we do know that as time goes on, or as the days increase, as time goes on, your hair length will increase. So that part's important to remember. And let's just pretend after 1 day, your hair has grown 1 full centimeter, and after 2 days, it is grown, or it has grown 1.5 centimeters, and maybe by 3 days, it's grown 2 centimeters, and at 4 days, it sprouts to 3. And then from there, at 5 days, maybe it skyrockets up to about 5 centimeters. And yeah, just checking to make sure that's at 5. And then at 6, it skyrockets again up to about 7 centimeters. And this could continue on skyrocketing. Maybe it ends up looking more linear as time goes on, or maybe over time it will plateau and slow down. So maybe after 7 days, it starts to plateau and level off. And now what you can do is connect all of these dots on your chart. And let's go and actually fix that dot. We're going to pretend that that line is going straight through it. And cool stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video.